Afternoon everyone, it's Ian from DIY Home and Gardening, 2nd of June, and well, you can see the sheep are still behind me. I've been up this new allotment for about the last hour. Not been up here for a week because actually had to go away, but yeah, didn't really want to leave the plants because thought they might turn a bit crispy, but actually it's not looking too terrible. So if I turn the camera around, we can have a look together. So I literally just finished watering, just trying to do the bits that I've planted already, plus some other stuff that's gone in this morning. So dahlias looking pretty decent, a little bit scorched, but otherwise not too bad. The couple of, three giants there, they look a little bit more sorry for themselves. We'll just go down this section, start sort of chronological order if you like. Potatoes, so first earlies, which are Wilger. Then we got second earlies, Pent and Javelin, and then the main crop, which is the Zero. So looking decent, just starting to produce some flower bud. So it won't be that long really before suitable for harvesting the first earlies. Oh, and then we've got the little crop of bluebell, so see how they turn out. Token gesture of garlic, just to act a bit of separation. These lines here, they're where I put in the parsnip, the parsnips, so it came on a tape, so it's pre-set out. As yet, nothing, but say it has been dry. I've not been up here for nearly a week. Then we got the sort of brassica bed, purple sprouting broccoli up to here. Then got the calabrese, the Kevlo Nero up to here, cauliflowers to here, and then literally just finished planting 9 cells worth of Brussels sprouts. To be honest, they're not the best plug plants to begin with, and for me it feels like I'm planting them quite late, so I have to see how they do. So I keep getting interrupted. Then this is my Three Sisters bed. As you can see, these definitely look scorched, to say the least. The sweet peas really scorched, and also, some of the courgettes have been chewed on, but not looking as bad as it could have been, to be honest. You can see the slugs have stripped half of that stem, so that one cutting back at some stage, and the sweet corn, it's kind of doing what it's doing. So I planted this morning, let's walk around the other side and then we can have a look. So dwarf beans, these are velour, I think. Yeah, velour. Little block of beetroot, more French beans, which are the new one I'm trying, Mascot, which I have no idea how it will do, but hopefully it'll be alright. Still to plant out. Going to do some celery coming into here. I've got the Welsh onion still to put in, and the fennel as well, so they will be coming into this section. Haven't sown any carrots as yet, so might sow some carrots into there. Chrysanthemums all looking pretty good, quite pleased with those, and although you can see they're starting to produce the flower bud in there, well, they want taking back now, so I'll take the tops out of all of these in the next day or so. And then I've got to string this out, but it might be this afternoon type job. So going to string vertically and horizontally, and I've just again just sort of rake some of the soil into that. So there is going to be the runner beans. Well, I'm actually going to do a mixture: runner beans, climbing French beans, and some climbing nasturtium, which hopefully will just, well, add a bit of shade to this bed, which is going to be for the pumpkins, but also well, tried some sort of windbreak perhaps, I don't know, but yeah, and also I haven't got anywhere to put the runner beans as yet, so this year very much feels like it's been cobbled together. So yeah, that is that, and sheep essentially all the way round, and yeah, that's kind of it for up here. There's the climbing French and then the runner beans over the back, so there to pop in on the Welsh onion. So that is this bit, and we'll go down and have a look at the other bit shortly. Okay, just come through the gate to the old allotment, other allotment. Came over here last night, gave everything a good old soak, so hopefully nothing's too dry. Strawberries, putting on some decent growth actually, and flower, considering that these were only started as runners start of the year and just grown on as cuttings into some cell trays. So whilst it's a bonus if we get some fruit, I'm not really setting them out like this for the fruit, because this lot will have to be lifted and moved up to the other allotment at some stage. So really I'm using this as a bit of a nursery. These are definitely not going to be used as a nursery. These are the broad beans, still looking really clean, hardly any aphid on here. It's a little bit in the tips, not a lot, but you can see there's some good sized beans coming in there, which to be honest are near enough spot on for picking. So probably another couple of days you have to pull the first lot, and actually stood next to them. What are they? About 4.5 feet in height, so doing really well. Experimental onions, basically going into seed mode, which is fine, not worried about those. Got those which are the Egyptian walking onions, so again they're kind of going into their seed phase or whatever. Under here, which wants picking, got the autumn or the winter sown Cavolo Nero, the last few of those. Got a bit of lettuce still remaining under there. Monstrous cabbage, which they're spring cabbage, but we really need to actually harvest them and use them, so that's probably going to be next day or two, start working way through those. Spinach, well, you can definitely tell that they dried out last week whilst I wasn't around, but strangely enough they look a lot more perked up today than they did last night. Onions, so last week before I went away, I literally applied across all the beds some fish blood and bone, and gave the particularly the onions and onions and garlic a really good soak, and you can see that actually they're starting to darken up again, which is really good, because I think they just got so dry that they'd been struggling, to be honest. Little calendula in flower there. I was just showing you this, so you can see the odd one there. That's where they'd started trying to produce their flower. and literally whip those out. It tends to be the red ones more so than the others, but yeah, all you got to do is just take them off. So yeah, we got the Sensu, Red Winter, Autumn Giant. These are the remains of Autumn Giant now, because when I was over here last night, I pulled the last of the Red Winter. So they were put in later, these, or this little bit, as a bit of an infill. So the bulbs that were coming out from the Red Winter were more like that, so a smaller bulb, but perfect for, well, perfect for this time of year, almost using like an oversized spring onion. These are all the shallots. Again, they're just starting to green up a little bit. They all produce flower spike, so they've had to come off, because otherwise it essentially stunts their growth. But looking all right. We'll just have a look here. So this is my son's sort of overspill bed, so he's got a bit of garlic in there. We got some more shallots, not sure what that might be. Oh yeah, forgot about them. They're the music porcelain garlic that we're struggling. Got the 4 elephant garlic, which are bulks. So that's a block of garlic that is possibly still being grown to sell. Don't know, haven't heard from the guy as yet. Elephant garlic, looking really big and chunky. Just a divider of shallots. Then we got Albaceum white, which is this block here. Early purple white, which is there. What do we got there? Thermidor there. Germador to there. These are the Eden Rose, which those couple of lines there. Carcinon white, which is there. Topodrome, which is there. And what is that? Chestnut white, which is there. So they're all doing really well. Now, nice looping is saved from the bed behind, actually, when the guy there decided to give up. So essentially looking all right. A bit more calendula and, well, essentially just wildness. And then here we've got nice amount of berry forming on the black currants. Gooseberries aren't forming fruit, but they're just been grown on to then move up to the other plot. And then you've got fruit formation on both the blueberries. And that is a quick roundup of this plot. Right, so I've come back home. I thought I'd show you what's happening here. Sunflowers. Got the crimson seedless grape doing all right there. Bit of fuchsia work going on. So these are the onion kelsey, starting to actually bulk up a little bit now. The tomatoes, you can see they're looking a little bit scorched, but thankfully recovered. I've literally just done a water everywhere, but there's starting to be a little bit of flower showing as well. Those peas, well, I think they've kind of done their thing. Never got round to planting them. Too leggy, bit crispy. Might as well just start over. Last few bits remaining in here, so we've got the leeks left to plant out. Well, there's another pot of fennel, but that'll probably just be given away. Cosmos still to plant. Sweet pea cuttings. Look how scorched they are. Not looking happy. Down here, got the pumpkins and butternut squash. A bit scorched, but not too bad. the Jerusalem artichoke, normal artichoke, they got really scorched up, dried. Gooseberries, loads coming on in there, so that's really good. Early potato. This greenhouse, well, the cucumbers, I literally planted them up just before I went. They got absolutely crucified with the heat. That one, something's eaten that. That one, well, you can see, looks really bad. I don't know that that's going to make a recovery. And something had also eaten that one, so the fact that it's not next to the door, I suspect it's probably mice have got in, as I'd kept the door open to try and reduce the heat, but you can see how much scorch there is. Got down there, potted up before I went, so you've got the stevia there, and they are the Cape gooseberries. Grafted aubergine, doing pretty well actually, to be fair. See whether it succumbs to spider mite like they normally do. The ginger, Solanum quintoiensis, just doing their thing there. All the peppers and chili peppers, doing quite nicely. Sort of a mixture of stuff going on out here. I'll just show you the rhubarb and blackberries. Is looking pretty good. So rhubarb is looking monstrous. There's the wild garlic, so leafing up quite nicely. Well, apple looks absolutely ruined. Aphid on it, it's dried out, got caught by the cold a while back, so I'll be absolutely amazed. Actually, I take that back, there's a few fruits developing on that. Other than that, there's nothing much going to happen on that. Gonna have to take the tops out of that, try and prevent the aphids taking hold too much. Pear tree, again, it's looking a little bit sorry for itself. On the other hand, something that's benefited from the lack of rain and the high temperatures is the blackberry. Absolutely laden as always. So yeah, that is it. And so that is it. That is the 2nd of June roundup for well, the allotment and being at home in the edible bits and pieces. So if you got any questions, then obviously send them over to me. I'll do my best to answer them for you. If you like what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos that I'm doing. And I do always say it, but it is so true. Enjoy what you're doing, have fun, and well, keep playing around, doing what it is you enjoy. So till next time, bye for now.